Stop everything. Focus on these words right now. What I am about to tell you is not a coincidence. You did not stumble here by chance. Heaven scheduled this interruption. Beloved child, tonight is your divine appointment, and I am placing a seal on your mouth. Not tomorrow, not next week, not someday. Today. There is a window open, and it will not remain open indefinitely. This specific grace has an expiration attached to it. Listen to me very carefully. I am sealing your speech to protect your calling. You have been misunderstood, misquoted, misrepresented. You have rehearsed explanations in your mind, edited them in the shower, replayed the conversations after midnight. You have felt the pull to defend yourself, to calm the rumors, to tidy the narrative. I do not shame you for this. I have seen your heart. I know the truth. But hear me. I am not asking for an explanation. I am giving a seal. I am guarding your oil. Every explanation is a leak. Leaks never look dangerous at first. A soft drip in the corner of a room seems harmless until the foundation swells and the house floods. Small words become big openings. A little "let me just clarify" can become a doorway, and once the door is cracked, what should have stayed under covering spills into the open, where the enemy scavenges and names it closure. I will not allow that tonight. I am placing angels at the threshold of your mouth. I am quieting the compulsion to make others comfortable with your process. I am closing the exit points where your peace has been escaping. This is protection, not punishment. This is strategy, not silence born of fear. I will vindicate you as you stay sealed. Type Amen if you are ready to stop leaking. Share this within the next hour if you know someone who is always explaining themselves. This is your moment. Receive the seal now. Listen to me very carefully. You keep thinking it is about clearing your name, about restoring balance, about making it fair. You imagine that if you can just explain it right, peace will return, tension will dissolve, and people will finally see you correctly. Beloved child, hear my heart. That impulse is not about justice. It is about control. It is a quiet bid for validation. You are trying to manage outcomes I never placed in your hands. I did not ask you to orchestrate perception. I asked you to guard the oil. Your oil, your anointing, your assignment, your calling is not a public commodity. Holy things cannot be handled by unholy hands, and what is consecrated must remain contained. An open jar evaporates, an uncapped fragrance dissipates. A sacred vessel left in a busy hallway is bumped, spilled, and blamed. When you over-explain, you are uncapping what I told you to carry covered. You are taking what I am distilling in the secret place and placing it on the common table for opinions to contaminate. I am jealous over your oil because it fuels your next. I am not guarding your ego. I am guarding your engine. There is a spiritual law at work. Not everyone is assigned to understand you. Some are assigned to test you, to see if you will abandon my process, to secure their approval. Some ears are surveillance, not support. Some eyes are assessments, not alignment. I am evaluating your trust in me by whether you can endure being misread without breaking the seal. Peace does not come from being understood. Peace comes from being covered. The enemy does not need you to sin loudly. He only needs you to talk yourself out of alignment. He waits for you to narrate what I told you to incubate. He lures you to trade presence for performance, strategy for sympathy, destiny for dialogue. He names it closure and uses your own words as keys. But I am interrupting that cycle tonight. In the next moments, I will expose exactly what he gains every time you over-explain, and why your holy silence is not weakness, but warfare, wisdom, and a boundary in the spirit. If you agree with me, say it out loud. My oil is guarded. My mouth is sealed. My calling is protected. Not tomorrow, today. Listen to me very carefully. The warfare around you has not been random. It has been engineered to get you talking. Confusion was sent to make you clarify. Criticism was sent to make you defend. False accusations were sent to make you prove. Isolation was sent to make you overshare. Pressure was sent to make you vent. Family tension was sent to make you explain yourself to those closest to you. Every nudge, every poke, every carefully timed message, every side comment, strategic. The enemy has been pressuring your mouth because your mouth, when ungoverned, becomes a doorway into your peace and your assignment. Here is the mechanism he has been running on repeat. First, provocation, then your explanation, then emotional escalation on their side, moving goalposts, new accusations, fresh angles, then escalation in you, defensiveness, panic, the urge to produce more words, then regret, I should not have said that. Finally, the loss of peace, heavy chest, spinning thoughts, exhaustion, and the cycle resets. The next day, a new prompt, another attempt at closure, another leak. That pattern creates an addiction to defending yourself, a reflex that feels like responsibility but is actually bondage. Hear me. Closure that requires you to keep talking is not closure. It is captivity dressed as healing. Real closure is when heaven closes the case and seals your mouth. The adversary wants something far beyond your side of the story. He is fishing for the secrets I whispered to you in the night, the blueprint I hid in your obedience, the timing I stitched into your next step. He wants premature exposure so he can strike before the roots are deep. He wants you negotiating your identity with people who never issued your assignment. He wants details, not justice. He wants blueprints, not apologies. Beloved child, I am cutting off the doorway. Say it out loud. My mouth is not a doorway. Again, with authority, my mouth is not a doorway. Comment, my mouth is not a doorway. Your engagement is agreement. Angels are responding to your restraint. Stay sealed and watch me vindicate. Listen to me very carefully. That tightness in your chest is not just stress. That is an alarm from your spirit that you are about to speak outside of covering. That racing heart after the text, those spinning thoughts after the meeting, the replay of conversations in the shower, the insomnia after being misunderstood, the knot in your stomach when you hover over send, the heat in your face when someone misquotes you. That is not mere anxiety. That is discernment turning siren bright, warning you, do not open this door with your words. I am teaching you to read your own body as a prophetic instrument. When the pressure rises and your mind begins drafting paragraphs, pause. When your chest tightens and your fingers rush to type, pause. Silence is not avoidance. Silence is containment. I slow your tongue to save your future. I am covering your oil from evaporation. I am protecting the blueprint in your belly from being handled by unassigned hands. Hear the difference. My correction is calm, concise, and clear. It comes as a sentence you could write in a single line, and it brings rest even when it challenges you. The enemy's push to explain is frantic, foggy, and urgent. It demands immediate output. It multiplies words. It says, fix it now, or you will lose them. My voice settles you. His shove scatters you. My conviction draws you inward to communion. His compulsion drives you outward to performance. Beloved child, when the alarm sounds, choose the pause. Put the phone down, close the laptop, breathe, and let the seal tighten. Whisper out loud, seal my mouth, guard my oil, recenter me under covering. In that holy stillness, I am already moving, rearranging conversations you will never have to attend, softening hearts you will never have to convince, shifting rooms you will never have to enter. I am not merely stopping speech. I am repositioning relationships and reputations through your restraint. Stay under my covering and watch what doors open next, without a single extra word. Listen to me very carefully. The reason I will not let you win this argument is because I am guarding a door you are about to walk through. You think victory looks like being understood. I know victory looks like you being ready. Your calling requires maturity, not applause. Your next assignment demands stamina in silence, character under misunderstanding, composure under mislabeling. I am denying you the small satisfaction of being right, so you can carry the weight of being ready. Beloved child, an emotional explanation seems harmless, but it can shut doors you cannot see. One heated paragraph, one voice note you send at 1:12 a.m., one thread you think will clarify, and suddenly there is a record the enemy can replay. Gossip that echoes in rooms you are not in, screenshots forwarded to tables you have not been invited to yet, narratives frozen in places where gatekeepers skim and decide. Your witness is currency in your next season. I am protecting your balance from reckless spending. Hear me. Promotions, platforms, partnerships, and assignments require quiet strength. In the rooms I am sending you into, you will not be allowed to defend yourself. The microphone will be for message, not for reputation repair. The boardroom will ask for results, not explanations. The partnership will test your restraint more than your resume. I am training you now, so you do not forfeit then. Here is the reversal I am orchestrating. When you stop explaining, I start explaining. I speak through fruit, through timing, through outcomes no critic can out-argue. I vindicate through favor that cannot be faked, through testimonies you did not script, through doors that open while you are silent. Your restraint is the key that turns the hinge. If you agree, say it out loud. I release the argument. I receive the door. Now type, God will vindicate me, not tomorrow, today. Stay sealed, and watch me prove what you were never meant to explain. Listen to me very carefully. I am exposing the trap. Every time you try to prove yourself, something precious leaks. Private pain leaks. What I healed in the secret place becomes a public file. Future plans leak. The route I mapped for you becomes a road the enemy studies. Divine instructions leak. Blueprints meant for prayer rooms end up in comment threads. Emotional triggers leak. Now anyone who wants to move, you knows which buttons to press. Insecurities leak. Handles appear on your soul where there should have been smooth armor. Information becomes ammunition. Words become weapons in unclean hands. You call it clarity. Hell calls it inventory. Hear the spiritual law at work. Your explanations grant legal ground. When you agree with accusations, maybe I did overreact, maybe I'm too much, maybe I heard God wrong, you sign the enemy's paperwork with your own mouth. When you rehearse trauma in front of people who are not priests of your healing, you renew contracts you were delivered from. When you speak fear as fact, if I don't clear this up, they'll leave me. I'll lose the opportunity. You enthrone anxiety where faith should govern. When you crown critics as judges by entering their courtroom to plead your case, you step out of mine where I had already ruled in your favor. Silence would have kept jurisdiction in heaven. Explanation relocated it to their opinion. Beloved child, explaining is performance. It asks the crowd to clap so you feel secure. It chases applause and bargains with acceptance. It puts you on a stage I did not build, under lights I did not turn on, auditioning for roles I never cast. Silence is authority. It is the robe and the gavel. It says, God is my witness. It says, I rest my case because my defender has stood. It keeps your oil capped, your destiny covered, your peace intact. Train your discernment in this simple question. When anyone demands your story, are they seeking understanding or access? Are they reaching for reconciliation or reachability? Are they approaching as covenant or as curiosity? If the answer is access without alignment, understanding without honor, you owe them nothing but holy restraint. Say this out loud: my information will not be ammunition. I break agreement with accusation. God is my witness, not tomorrow, today. In a moment I will hand you a practical framework: what to say, what not to say, and how to remain silent without bitterness. So your seal becomes strategy and your restraint becomes warfare. Stay with me. Listen to me very carefully. Holy silence is not weakness. It is warfare. It is wisdom. It is a boundary in the spirit. It draws a clear, bright line between your consecrated inner world and the noise that seeks access. It is not passivity. It is placement. It places your words back under my government. It places your heart behind my shield. It places your oil under a cap the enemy cannot pry open. You have confused secrecy with stewardship, but I am untangling that now. Secrecy hides sin. Stewardship guards the sacred. Secrecy buries what should be confessed. Stewardship covers what should be incubated. Secrecy protects image. Stewardship protects instruction. You are not ducking accountability. You are refusing exploitation. You are not avoiding truth. You are honoring timing. You are not withholding reconciliation. You are declining intrusion. There is a holy difference, and tonight you will stand in it. I give you permission, beloved child. You do not owe everyone a response. You do not owe anyone a paragraph. You do not owe late-night voice notes, point-by-point explanations, or repeat performances of your pain. Your no is legal in heaven. Your pause is blessed. Your silence is a shield. Here are quiet phrases that hold boundaries without feeding the fire. Thank you for your perspective. I have nothing to add. I'm not available for this conversation. That does not require a response from me. I am choosing not to discuss this. Please respect my decision to remain silent. I disagree, and I will not be clarifying. Speak them calmly. No extra details, no bargains, no emotional receipts. Say less, then say no more. When pressed, repeat the sentence, not the story. As you practice this, your restraint becomes intercession. It denies the adversary evidence, starves gossip, and fortifies your atmosphere. Angels reinforce where you refuse to engage. Peace thickens where you refuse to perform. And hear me, this is larger than you. When you stop explaining, you snap a bloodline cord of people-pleasing and fear of rejection. You rewrite what your children inherit as normal. You install a new family boundary. We answer to God, not to accusation. Not tomorrow, today. Stay sealed. A generational shift is already breaking open. Listen to me very carefully. This pattern did not start with you. It ran through dinner tables where you were told, explain yourself if you want peace. It hid in rooms where love was rationed and approval was traded for performance. It was trained by toxic authority that called control covering, by caretakers who made you rehearse your tone so they wouldn't erupt, by leaders who demanded paragraphs to justify every boundary. You learned to over-clarify to survive. You learned to preface truth so you wouldn't be punished. You learned to offer 5 reasons for a single no. Beloved child, I am ending that cycle tonight, not tomorrow, today. Hear me. You are not difficult. You were just never safe. You are not dramatic. You were diligent in dangerous rooms. You are not too much. You carried too many expectations for too long. I am becoming your safety. My covering is not earned with explanations. It is received by belonging. My approval is not a moving target. It is a settled decree. I remove the hooks of fear from your soul. The fear of being abandoned if you don't explain. The fear of being punished if you hold a line. The fear that silence means you will be forgotten. No, silence means you are now hidden in me. I am tearing down the altar of apology for existing, the altar of overgiving to buy peace, the altar of over-clarifying to preempt anger, the altar of I'm sorry before you even speak. That was a generational altar built to the idol of being understood. I crush it under my heel. In its place, I raise an altar of obedience and boundaries, of wisdom and brevity, of presence over performance. In your bloodline, it will be said, we do not beg for belonging, we steward identity. Your children and those you mentor will learn boundaries, not begging, confidence, not rehearsal, identity, not performance. In your house, no is not war, it is worship. In your lineage, peace will not be purchased by explanations. It will be protected by alignment. I am rewriting normal. Calm sentences, clean exits, holy pauses. The need to over-explain will feel foreign, and the reflex to perform will lose its power. Now, agreement. Say this out loud. The old altar is broken. My mouth is sealed. My lineage is shifting, again with authority. The old altar is broken. My mouth is sealed. My lineage is shifting. Angels are moving as you speak. In the next moments, I will seal this shift through a prophetic declaration, and then I will hand you a precise 24-hour guardrail, so your silence becomes protection in real time. Stay with me. Do not drift. This is the turning point. Listen to me very carefully. Agreement out loud seals the shift. Open your mouth and pray with me now. Say this out loud. Father, I renounce the compulsion to explain. I cancel every agreement I made with fear. I cancel every agreement I made with rejection. I cancel every agreement I made with accusation. I break covenant with people-pleasing. I break covenant with needing to be understood to feel safe. I place my mouth back under divine government. My words are no longer public currency. They are governed by heaven. Keep going. I will not leak what you told me in secret. I will not negotiate my identity with critics. I refuse to hand over blueprints to curiosity. I refuse to hand over timing to pressure. God is my witness. God is my defender. God is my vindication. My mouth is sealed. My oil is guarded. My calling is protected. Not tomorrow, today. Now speak to your body with me. Peace, take your seat over my nervous system. Racing thoughts, be still. Tight chest, release. Shallow breath, deepen. Adrenal surges, cease. Sleep, return as a gift. Night hours, come back under holy order. That is not insomnia. That is a storm now commanded to be quiet. That is not panic. That is the weight of glory settling me. I receive divine calm. I receive a holy hush. I receive the guard of the Lord upon my lips. Say this with authority. I step out of their courtroom and back into heaven's jurisdiction. I refuse the bait of closure. I refuse the performance of paragraphs. I choose holy silence. I choose covered timing. I choose obedience over outcome. Angels, stand at the threshold of my mouth. Seal me, surround me, vindicate me. Now declare it 3 times. My mouth is sealed. My mouth is sealed. My mouth is sealed. Type Amen if you prayed that. Comment, sealed. Share this as an act of agreement, not entertainment. Did you feel it? Did the heaviness lift? Did the swirl in your mind quiet? That warmth washing your shoulders is not your imagination. That is my peace taking ground. Something just broke. The seal just tightened. The leak just closed. Remain in this posture. Do not explain. Watch me explain. It is done. Listen to me very carefully. Your next 24 hours are pivotal. Holy silence must move from revelation to routine. Here is your pathway when they push for an explanation. First, pause. Face the phone down. Step away from the screen. Second, breathe. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 6, 3 times. Third, pray silently. Seal my mouth, guard my oil, vindicate my name. Fourth, discern with one question. Is this covenant or curiosity? If it is curiosity or pressure, choose the shortest truthful sentence. I have nothing to add. I'm not available for this conversation. I disagree and won't be clarifying. Then exit the cycle. Do not justify. Do not decorate. Repeat the sentence once if pressed, then disengage. Plan ahead for the high-risk moments. Late-night texts after 9 p.m. Put your device on Do Not Disturb. Group chats that bait you, mute for 24 hours. Family confrontations. Prepare one boundary line in advance and a physical exit plan. I love you, I'm not discussing this. Then step outside, drive away, or end the call. Workplace accusations. Draft a calm, one-line response saved in your notes. I'll address this in writing tomorrow after review. And copy the appropriate authority at the right time, not at midnight. Pre-draft your lines now. Practice them out loud. Preparation is protection. Hear me. Delay is deliverance. Urgency is often the enemy's tool. You are allowed to respond later, or not at all. Time cools fires and restores covering. Let the heat pass before you say one word. Your silence buys me room to work. In these 24 hours, let fruit speak. Finish the assignment on your desk. Deliver excellence quietly. Make the call that advances your purpose. Serve someone without announcement. I will defend you through outcomes. Favor that finds you. Doors that open. Clarity that lands. Beloved child, this window is narrow. Walk differently starting tonight. Guard your oil. Guard your mouth. Guard your atmosphere. Say it once more out loud. My mouth is sealed for the next 24 hours. Now live it. I am with you, and I will vindicate you as you remain silent. Listen to me very carefully. The window is still open, but it will not remain open long. Expect one more provocation, a text to bait you, a post to tag you, a question designed to pull a leak out of you. This is strategic warfare. Do not trade your calling for the temporary relief of being understood. Do not exchange destiny for dopamine. Hold the seal. Hold the line. Not tomorrow, today. I will vindicate you as you remain silent. Beloved child, I saw the lies. I saw the misrepresentation. I saw the rooms where you were not present and your name was mishandled. I saw the loneliness after you chose the boundary. Hear me. Heaven is not confused about you. Your identity is not up for debate. Your record in my court is not a thread to be argued. It is a decree already stamped. I call you mine. I call you clean. I call you covered. Now receive your commissioning. You are chosen. You are covered. You are sealed. Your voice will be calmer because pressure is no longer your master. Your eyes will be steadier because you are not scanning for approval. Your presence will carry new authority. Silence will do the heavy lifting when you enter a room. People will say something is different. Fruit will answer what words used to chase. Doors will open on the strength of restraint. This is your new normal. If you receive this, make your agreement public. Comment, I will not trade my calling. Type, sealed and silent. Like this now, subscribe, and share this within the next hour as an act of intercession. Let your platform become a trumpet that rescues another from the explanation trap. If you feel led, partner with this word by sowing a seed. Your generosity becomes a carrier that places this message in the path of those heaven is pulling back under covering. I speak peace over your house. I place protection over your name. I release favor over your next door. Angels stand guard at the threshold of your mouth. Confusion is silenced. Your heart is steady. Your mind is kept. Your sleep is restored. The seal holds. The door opens. The vindication begins. It is done. Amen.